Good day, friends. This is your host Naresh from Autocars India, bringing you live commentary for Silverstone British Grand Prix round number 10 for Formula One season 2017. We have some time for the race to start. We have about 20 minutes to go for the race start. In the meantime, I'll just update you with the grid, how the grid is set up for this race. We have Lewis Hamilton. Yesterday he had a wonderful session and he got the pole, and he's just one short of Michael Schumacher in terms of number of pole positions won. He's having 67, where Michael Schumacher is leading with 68. Sebastian Vettel is starting third behind Kimi Raikkonen, who is on second position for Ferrari. Even though Bottas, he was up in the grid yesterday, however, because of the grid penalty, he has got 5 positions have been put off from him due to the gearbox change, which he had got it done on Friday. 4th position goes to Max Verstappen for Red Bull Racing. He will be quite hopeful this weekend, as he has not been had problems in this weekend, which is happening for last few races for him. Number 5 starting Nico Hülkenberg from Renault. He's also had a very good run yesterday. He's starting at 5th position. 6th position is started by Sergio Perez, Mexican, for Force India. 7th position goes to another teammate of Sergio Perez, which is Esteban Ocon, Force India. 8th starting for Stoffel Vandoorne, Belgian, for McLaren, which is a very good enabler and motivator for McLaren to start off in 8th position. Also, we had seen some very good run from McLaren team, both by Fernando Alonso and Stoffel Vandoorne. Then we have Valtteri Bottas starting at 9th, 5 places grid penalty, which he has got yesterday for gearbox change from Mercedes, starting at 9th position. Roman Grosjean starting at 10th position for Haas Formula One. 11th position goes to Joel Palmer for Renault, British driver. Home race for him also, along with Lewis Hamilton. 2 British drivers on the grid. 12th position goes to Daniel Kvyat from Russia, driving Scuderia Toro Rosso. Then comes another Toro Rosso, 13th position Carlos Sainz Jr. for Toro Rosso, starting at 13th position, followed by Felipe Massa of Williams, 14th position. Williams apparently has not been very good team when you talk about Silverstone Grand Prix, right from the free practice sessions. Lance Stroll, another teammate of Felipe Massa, starting at 15th position for Williams. 16th position is Kevin Magnussen for Haas. 17th position goes to Pascal Wehrlein for Sauber. 18th position Marcus Ericsson for Sauber. 19th position goes to Daniel Ricciardo. He had the turbocharger problem in qualifying session 1 when he was leading the session, and he has to park the car on the side due to turbocharger problem. He starts at 19th, and final position is Fernando Alonso. Even though he qualified for Q2, however, he got many grid penalties for changing the engine. He's got total 30 grid penalties. So that's the maximum position he can start off today, which is the 20th position. To give you an update, yesterday we had a very nice session yesterday where Lewis Hamilton got the pole one more time. Remember, he's been the pole sitter for last two editions of this Formula One Grand Prix at Silverstone. If you talk about the maximum number of pole position, that sits with Michael Schumacher of Ferrari with 68 pole positions, and Lewis Hamilton is presently just one short of that position, which we are all hopeful is going to overtake very soon. Race is going to start in another 15 minutes time, to be precise, and I am your host Naresh from Autocars India, bringing you live commentary to all the people around the world, right in Americas, Europe, Middle East, Asia and Far East. Just to give you a little more update on the 2017 engine failures, and Honda is leading. Of course, we all know Honda engines have not been better off them. Mercedes has 3 engine failures, Ferrari has 3. Honda is leading the race with them. Honda has lost 110 grid places. If you talk about the total grid places lost due to the engine penalty. We have about 8 minutes to go for the British Grand Prix to start, and it is a lively atmosphere at Silverstone. Silverstone historically has always been the track which has got his cues from the Autodrome, which was started in 1950, and various shapes and forms have been changed for the circuit. However, it has been a permanent feature on Formula One calendar. Silverstone is located next to the Northamptonshire village of Silverstone and Whittlebury. We have many great drivers who have ran on this circuit, including Jackie Stewart, and they have real passion for this circuit. Silverstone circuit is built on the site for World War II as a RAF Silverstone, and it opened in 1943, which was apparently the airfield which had the 3 runways, and the same has been transformed to Formula One circuit. We have about 6 minutes to go for the race, and I am bringing you live action. give you an update on the track temperature, which is 28 degrees Celsius, and chances of rain are there, but however it is holding on at present. Cars are getting lined up on the grid. Air temperature is 21 degrees, so it's a bit cool, and it's going to be a tricky weather as the national anthem goes on the track. This is going to be a tricky circuit, as always it has been, and it is always promising to give the best action in the Formula One racing. By having Valtteri Bottas at way back at 9th position, and we know Mercedes is quite strong, and the potential which has been shown by Stoffel Van Doom, McLaren's yesterday, and Fernando Alonso, who is starting at 20th position. We are pretty sure we are up for a thrilling action, with Daniel Ricciardo also in 19th position, way down, and they are the faster cars and who are going to make many positions on the grid. Also for the British Grand Prix, Jim Clark and Lewis Hamilton are equal on maximum number of pole positions for British drivers. Both have 5 pole positions, that is the maximum. And so just to give you an update on the grid position once again, Lewis Hamilton is starting on the pole, followed by Kimi Raikkonen at 2nd position. Sebastian Vettel is on 3rd. Max Verstappen is starting at 4th. 5th goes to Nico Hulkenberg. 6th Sergio Perez, followed by Esteban Ocon for Force India. Stoffel Van Doom for McLaren starts 8th. Valtteri Bottas starts 9th. 10th position Roman Grosjean. Jolyon Palmer starts 11th. Daniel Kvyat Toro Rosso 12th. 13th Carlos Sainz Toro Rosso. 14th Felipe Massa. Lance Stroll for Williams starts 15th. Kevin Magnussen Haas starts 16th. Pascal Wehrlein from Sauber 17th. Marcus Ericsson from Sauber 18th, with 2 drivers at the end. Daniel Ricciardo with grid penalty due to his turbo failure 19th, and last position is with Fernando Alonso. McLaren starts at 20th position. We are just about, all the drivers are there in their cars, and we are going to start the formation lap any time. No rains as of now. Rain is holding stations. Weather looks pretty warm, looks okay for the race to start. Air temperature is 21 degrees and track temperature is about 28 degrees. As all the engineers are clearing the cars and drivers ready for the formation lap, we look forward for a thrilling race, this Silverstone Grand Prix, the British Grand Prix here, with Lewis Hamilton at the pole position. All the cars are off the grid. Engineers clear, support staff. It does. So there is an extra formation lap now as the car of Jolyon Palmer is being retrieved, who has a problem right before even starting the race. Such a bad start for the British driver in front of his home crowd. As the drivers goes for another extra formation lap and stewards are busy in retrieving the car. So basically one lap will be deducted from the race. So once again all cars are coming to the start finish straight. Tires to be used in this: super soft, soft, medium tires and also intermediates as required in case the rain comes on. Right now sun is finding its way through the clouds to brighten up the track. All the drivers are getting ready once again. Lewis Hamilton leading and gets a car position in the box. So Lewis Hamilton in position, all the other drivers are getting into position as the race is just going to start in few seconds, with Fernando Alonso, the last driver on the track, taking his position. Everybody waiting for the 5 red lights to come on and extinguish. And here we go. 5 red lights come on and they go off. And British Grand Prix at Silverstone has started. Lewis Hamilton has a good run. Sebastian Vettel following him had a good run also. Max Verstappen has got the 3rd position. Kimi Raikkonen followed in 4th and he's got back the position. Top 4, not more changes. However, you have the Force Indias who have made their way past and they are on the 5th position. We don't see the Nico Hülkenberg car over there. But yes, what a start for Max Verstappen. He's already gained the position. And he's giving a hard time to Sebastian Vettel. Kimi Raikkonen, sorry. So Hamilton is leading the race with Kimi Raikkonen at 2nd position. Verstappen is at 3rd. Sebastian Vettel is at 4th position. He has surely not had a good start, Sebastian Vettel, and he lost out the position. What a start for this race, and no contacts whatsoever in the first lap, which is always good. And Lewis Hamilton here is just pulling. He's already got almost a half a second of gap from him and the Kimi Raikkonen. Everybody is able to hold the positions they started on. The only surprise, Max Verstappen is able to overtake Sebastian Vettel and he's on 3rd position followed by Sebastian Vettel. And we have yellow flag flowing in sector 2 and 3. We'll just get to know in a second what has happened over there. In the meantime, Kimi Raikkonen is just increasing the lead, and here we have the first casualty in the name of Carlos Sainz for Toro Rosso. What a first lap we had. Carlos Sainz had a contact with his own Daniel Kvyat, I believe, and he had a multiple contact. Because of this, safety car has been deployed now. What an interesting start over here. And he had this collision right at the beginning where he was being very aggressive, and the contact happened between two of the Toro Rosso cars, and he had no way to go, Daniel Kvyat. What a bad start for Toro Rosso cars. We are in the lap 2 and Carlos Sainz is already out of the British Grand Prix. It's pity that both the drivers have collided on the very first lap after they had a clean go in the first corner. No overtaking is permitted while the safety car is on. Hamilton is leading the race, followed by Kimi Raikkonen at second position, Max Verstappen at third, Sebastian Vettel at fourth, Nico Hülkenberg fifth, Esteban Ocon sixth, Bottas seventh, Sergio Perez eighth, ninth Stoffel Vandoorne, Felipe Massa 10th, Roman Grosjean 11th, Lance Stroll 12th, Magnussen 13th, Daniel Ricciardo 14th, already made up 6 places up. 15 Marcus Ericsson, 16 Fernando Alonso, he has also made 4 positions. And last drivers, Pascal Wehrlein 17, Daniel Kvyat 18th, 19th Carlos Sainz, and Jolyon Palmer did not start the race. What a start for this British Grand Prix as we have safety car deployed. As the track is being cleared and the safety car is there, Daniel Kvyat and Carlos Sainz had the collision, and Carlos Sainz is out of the race right in the first lap. A pity for Carlos Sainz, who was very promising at the beginning of this race. However, as the tracks marshals are clearing the track, all the cars are warming up the tires. We are already in the lap 4 of this race of British Grand Prix. What a race start it has, and Stewards has taken a look what is happening over there. No cars are to overtake in this position right now behind the safety car. Lewis Hamilton following the safety car. And he must be a happy man as he is able to have a clean start in this Grand Prix, and pretty clean start I would say. He had no problems whatsoever. So we have two drivers, Carlos Sainz and Jolyon Palmer, who are out of the race. Palmer did not even start the race, whereas Daniel Kvyat and Carlos Sainz had the collision, resulting in which Carlos Sainz is out. We are just about to start the race. All the cars behind the safety car. And as the race is getting ready to start once again, Lewis Hamilton just behind the safety car, and here the lights goes, safety car out, and they are racing once again. Lewis Hamilton is leading with almost 1 second gap between him and Kimi Raikkonen, with another 1.5 seconds between Raikkonen and Verstappen, followed by Sebastian Vettel, almost half a second gap between them, followed by Nico Hülkenberg at 5th position, 6th Esteban Ocon. Daniel Ricciardo had a little bit of moments while he tried to overtake as soon as the race went green, and he was off the track, but he manages to hold on. However, he lost out definitely because he went out of the track, and he is presently in 18th position. As the drivers are just getting settled down, Daniel Ricciardo is reporting some problems with his car. However, engineers think that is not something to be concerned of as of now. We are in the lap 6 of 51. The maximum gainer is reporting some problems with his car. Alonso, who has gained 7 positions, and Ricciardo, who had gained 3 positions in the beginning. Daniel Kvyat was of course a loser because of his collision with Carlos Sainz, his teammate. This year we have seen a lot of team rivalries and drivers getting entangled with his own team drivers, which is pretty to see in this season of Formula 1. Getting back to the track, and we have DRS enabled now. Lewis Hamilton seems to be comfortably leading the race and controlling the pace of the race as of now. And Bottas is not very far behind. He is in the 6th position, already in hunting grounds for Nico Hülkenberg. Fernando Alonso has also moved to 13th position now, and he is in chase of Lance Stroll, just about half a second behind him. Daniel Ricciardo coming thick and good now. He's in 16th position after he had slight contact with the other car after the race start. And we had the similar moment with Marcus Ericsson and Pascal Wehrlein also after the start, but they managed to scrape it through. We really have this rivalries going in within the teams, which is of course good for the fans, but I'm sure team principals will not be liking that much. Both of them, Ericsson and Pascal Wehrlein from Saubers, manages to keep it clean end of the day, and both are running in the race safely. Stoffel Vandoorne is presently running in 9th position, and here Valtteri Bottas had a look. He's in 6th position and he manages to overtake Nico Hülkenberg without much of a problem. He was on the back straight and he didn't have much of a problem to overtake Valtteri Bottas here. So we have change of positions. Lewis Hamilton is already clocking in 1 minute 33.19 seconds. Remember, the cars are fully loaded with the fuel, so we are going to see better timings later on in the race. We have completed lap 8 of the race. And in the meantime, Sebastian Vettel is getting ready now in hot pursuit to chase Max Verstappen. Daniel Ricciardo in the meantime gains another place and he goes to 14th position. We are in the lap 9 of 51 of this race at Silverstone Grand Prix. Sun is out and we have beautiful weather out there on the track. There are definitely the threats of rain, but chances are very less, almost about 20 to 30%. But we all know how the weather changes in this circuit. Bottas is now in 5th position and he's chasing now Sebastian Vettel, who is in turn chasing Max Verstappen. Raikkonen seeming to be comfortable in position 2 as of now. And Daniel Kvyat has received a drive-through penalty for rejoining the track unsafely after he had the collision with Carlos Sainz. So he is going to serve his penalty. He has a choice to go till the next stop when he is going to make a routine pit stop. We are in the lap 10 of 51 of this British Grand Prix here. So here now next battle is for Fernando Alonso and Daniel Ricciardo, who is chasing Fernando Alonso now for a track position. And I'm sure Fernando Alonso is not the driver who's going to give his position very easily. He has to work hard for it. We are on the lap 11 of 51 laps for this race, and Daniel Ricciardo is right at the tail of Fernando Alonso, and he's going to look for an opportunity this time around as he comes down in front of the grandstands. With the DRS assistance available, he should be making the move this time around, though it's a bit difficult because it's a fast flowing corners and you carry a lot of speed over there, so doesn't seems to be doing around this time around. Ricciardo presently in 14th position and Lewis Hamilton is in 13th position. Bottas is also chasing Sebastian Vettel, who has some reason he has reduced his pace. Valtteri Bottas probably might be looking for a different strategy. And here Daniel Ricciardo makes a move and sticks to it. So Daniel Ricciardo moves to 13th position now. Fernando Alonso is now 14th. He has been overtaken pretty easily by Daniel Ricciardo. In the corners, braking, control the braking, and he overtakes Fernando Alonso. Give you the update on the grid. We have Lewis Hamilton leading the race, followed by Kimi Raikkonen, who is in second position, Max Verstappen third, Sebastian Vettel fourth, fifth goes to Valtteri Bottas, sixth Nico Hülkenberg, seventh Esteban Ocon, eighth Sergio Perez, ninth Stoffel Vandoorne, 10th Felipe Massa, completing the top 10. We are in lap 12 of 51. In the meantime, Sebastian Vettel now comes closer to Max Verstappen in the same corner where Daniel Ricciardo overtaken Fernando Alonso. Sebastian Vettel tries to do it corner before the start-finish straight. He's not able to do it. In the meantime, Lewis Hamilton makes the fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 32.895 seconds. Sebastian Vettel is surely going to create the opportunity because Max Verstappen is not the driver again who is going to give the lead so easily to Sebastian Vettel. Talk about the Lewis Hamilton. He has had the fastest lap last time around with 1 minute 32.895 seconds, and that's his best lap. He is on super soft tires which are expected to go around 15 laps, and we are going to soon start seeing the pit stops. And here Sebastian Vettel just behind the tail of Max Verstappen now. Just about a second, and he makes a move, goes to the right, goes close to the curves, and he makes the stick. No, Max Verstappen comes, he goes out of the track and he comes back on the track wheel to wheel with Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen. He holds the position, Max Verstappen. However, Sebastian Vettel doesn't seem to be very happy. He feels that he had the position when he overtook Max Verstappen last time around, and he's pretty much not happy with what Verstappen has done in the last overtaking maneuver by Max Verstappen to Sebastian Vettel. However, Sebastian Vettel has to forget this and start regrouping once again to overtake Max Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton, he's already in 16 laps with these tires, and we expect anytime soon pit stop will start coming. Last time around, yes, Sebastian Vettel seemed to be pushing Max Verstappen out of the track, where Max Verstappen follows and gives back, and he pushes Sebastian Vettel out of the track. However, no harm done, but I'm sure stewards are going to have a look on this, and surely they will be taking a deep look what had happened over there. In the meantime, Kimi Räikkönen, and this time around once again Sebastian Vettel goes closer to Max Verstappen, but in no ways Max Verstappen is going to give this position. Daniel Ricciardo in the meantime getting closer to Roman Grosjean. Next time around he should be able to come very close. He's just about 0.3 of a second behind Roman Grosjean, his next target. He's presently in 12th position. We are in lap 14 and Lewis Hamilton is leading. We had a good brush and wheel-to-wheel racing from Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen. And Nico Hülkenberg in the meantime, who is in 6th position, he is also being pretty clear at the moment. He's having quite lonely race with a good gap with the car in front, which is Valtteri Bottas, and behind him is Esteban Ocon with 5-second gaps behind. As the clouds start gathering once again, we have a beautiful race at our hands with Lewis Hamilton controlling the pace of the race. We are in lap 15. So at lap 15, Lewis Hamilton is leading the race pretty comfortably in this position, as Sebastian Vettel had a good fighting with Max Verstappen, who is still in chase of Max Verstappen, who manages to hold on 2 laps back. If you see the gap is pretty close when you talk about Verstappen and Vettel, whereas Hamilton and Räikkönen has almost 4 seconds of gap, which is pretty healthy for Lewis Hamilton. And this time around, Lewis Hamilton, as he manages the lead, Sebastian Vettel in once again getting ready just before the start-finish straight. He has his DRS on. However, corners, Red Bull is also carrying a good speed and it's not easy to overtake, especially the caliber of driver what Max Verstappen has to overtake. And another opportunity goes down the drain this time around. We are on lap 18th now, with the race being led by Lewis Hamilton. And what a battle which is going on between Sebastian Vettel and as of now we are not expecting any rain, but weather is seeming to be now, clouds are covering up the track and we may expect the rain very soon, as drivers are reporting some raindrops falling on the back straight. In the meantime, Daniel Ricciardo, he is chasing Felipe Massa. Apparently, Williams has not had a very good car in this race. However, Daniel Ricciardo is going to fancy his chances to go as much as possible, go up in the order. And here we go. Sebastian Vettel has decided enough is enough. He is going to come to the pits and have different strategy, get fresher tires, change his tires and get back on the track and take the advantage of undercut if he can get the faster lap around. Goes to the pit lane, yellow wall, tire, soft tires, goes on, no problem whatsoever, coming out of the box and rejoining on the track. Let's see where he rejoins. He joins comfortably on 6th position with Esteban Ocon just behind him, about 2 seconds gap, followed by another Force India of Sergio Perez. He's going to have a tough time during first few corners as he has to build up the temperature in the tires. The wheel to wheel, and this time around Daniel Ricciardo fancies his chances and he overtakes Felipe Massa. He's able to do this time around, as the Lewis Hamilton is comfortably leading the race and controlling the pace of the race. We see some raindrops started falling on the track. Are we going to have some thrilling action in our hands? And as we observe the wheel-to-wheel racing from Max Verstappen and Sebastian Vettel, it reminds me of 1971 race at Dijon, which was exactly the replica of what Max Verstappen and Sebastian Vettel were doing. In that time around, in 1979, it was René Arnoux versus Gilles Villeneuve. And here we go. Max Verstappen is the next driver. He comes in the pit, had 3.4 seconds of pit stop. And let's see where he joins in the track. And he goes, and Sebastian Vettel has managed to overtake with the strategy. Max Verstappen is joining behind Sebastian Vettel. So strategy has worked for Sebastian Vettel to come out in front of Max Verstappen. We are in lap 20 of this race. What happened over there? There was a bit of slow pit stop for Max Verstappen, as his rear wheel, there was some time loss for bringing out the rear wheel. Back on the racetrack, Lewis Hamilton is comfortably leading the race. We are on the lap 20. and Sebastian Vettel presently he is in the 4th position. He is made up 1 place by overtaking Nico Hülkenberg in this lap. So Hamilton he has decided